So basically, what is coming next in AI search? That is the purpose of our today's meeting. So four things are coming. One is AI overview, which is already here. So when we search in Google, that was like old search page looks like, including the sponsored ads and all, and these are all organic. Then they included this AI overview few months back. So what is AI overview is basically like they're just summarizing our content and showing it to the visitor or like the searcher. The problem is with this AI mode. Previously, when I search, for example, what is SEO, to understand or know about this keyword, I had to click to this page, go to this page, and read about the content. And this is how we used to get traffic to our website. But now, basically, if I just want to know what is SEO, I don't need to go any pages. I can simply learn from here. This is like a quick summary. If I want to know more, like in details, that point I might click, I might not click. So because of this, there is a case study already released by Href. So here, all over the US, in average, almost all the industries, 18 to 34.5% organic clicks are reduced. It's because people are not clicking anymore or not going to the pages because they are getting their expected result into the search page itself. So even though whenever tracking the ranking, all the keywords may be number one position, but you're not getting the expected traffic what we used to get before. So one of our client, compassion practice, lost 34% traffic last month. But when I'm checking the rank, we are ranking for around 500 keywords in top three position. But we are constantly losing traffic is because his industry is basically the therapy industry. So people are searching for all those informative terms and AI overviews everywhere. So this is what happened already, which is still fine because it's on the main page and people can still scroll down and go to the page results and organic results, which is fine. I was happy with that one. But in May 22nd, in Google I/O program, where they announced they are bringing AI mode, which they already started releasing for several industries and several locations. So what is AI mode? It's over here. I download this video. Let me run the video. So see, this is how it looks like. Before that, I want to show you something. So this is the usual traditional search page, and you can see we have multiple tabs over here, right? This all image videos. It depends on what you are searching and which industries you're looking for. So if you're searching for recipe, then video will pop up second. But we barely switch to the tabs, right? I personally don't switch to the tabs. I always stick over here, even for news, recipe, anything. I search in the all modes. But now they are going to add AI mode in front of the all mode. So they are actually separating the AI versions and they're going to use it as a complete separate tab over here in search page. And what is happening in this AI mode, let me show you. So you can see if someone search, they are actually going through all those top 20, 30 pages, which is ranking organically. And just see the length of the content. They're scanning, summarizing the content. Look at the length of the content. It's huge. Huge means huge. So the goal is to have this AI mode. They didn't declare it, but it's already clear. They are trying to build the ecosystem so that users don't need to go to the consumer website like the webmaster or website anymore. They will try to hold the traffic to their ecosystems only. Just a second. Okay. So coming to this point, so this is what is coming to our way, AI mode. So we already lost 34.5% organic clicks from AI overview. I'm assuming, and people are assuming, it will be 60 to 70% more traffic drop will happen when this AI mode will take over all the industries. Because, like, if you switch to the AI mode, you will be there. You don't need to go to the all tabs or traditional searches anymore because you are getting more comprehensive answers over here. Going back to my so AI shopping for e-commerce. They are like one stop ahead for e-commerce. So what is coming on shopping mode? So they are releasing a bot which is named Agentic. They named it Agentic. So what Agentic will do, let me visualize it here. So you can search here in AI mode. So this is how it looks like. So they also mentioned their plan is to integrate Google Pay into search page. So you even like now you still need to go to the manufacturer website and purchase the product, but their plan is like you can click here, you can see the price, you can filter it everything from here, and then you can simply purchase it using Google Pay into the search page. So for the manufacturer, they will get the sale, but the problem is for us. Like when a e-commerce client will hire us, we can show them that the purchase is happening because of organic search or for us, because the traffic is not coming to the website anymore directly. They can simply purchase it from the search page directly. So that is going to be the biggest challenge for us, like how we are going to show like what KPI we should follow, how we are going to present the data, like this is like the revenue is growing up is because of our work. There is no way you can do it right now at this point. And another thing they are doing now, they bring this mode. So it's called try it on. So let me show you. So see what you can do over here. You can simply upload your own selfie in Google search page. And then you can just try the products on yourself. So it will show you how it looks like. And the problem is again another business, like the business who is providing model, like supplying model, providing model to the different e-commerce platform, they are into the risks of this business, because I personally prefer to see how it looks like on me rather than looking at a model pictures. So that's the big changes. They released another update yesterday, day before yesterday. It's called Audio Overview. So it's for the people who loves to read podcast, listen podcast. So it's a very brand new announcement. You can see like 5 days ago they published it, but it's officially goes live on like 2 days ago. So there is no video, but I can zoom it. So you can simply ask a question to Google, and what it will do, it will go to the top 10 website, summarize the content, making a podcast for you, and you can simply listen it on your search page. You don't need to visit any pages or any website anymore. So these force are coming to our way. So what is the direct answer? Fewer clicks. That means the traditional SEO will lose the visual traffic growth and everything. We are going to lose it for sure. And another thing is going to be happen, which is already in the market. Zero-click searches rise, organic clicks dips. This is the case study released by Search Engine Land. So what does zero-click searches mean? So you can see 40%, 40.3% US Google searches clicked, organic results dropped. And then prior to this year, 44% dropped and 43% dropped in United European market as well. Zero click search rise in March in 27%, which is keep rising, and now it's around like 58% zero click searches is rise. So what is zero click search? So previously, like guess, people are searching for SEO company San Diego. So that is the traditional keyword. So now people are searching like I have a plumbing business based on San Diego. I am not getting enough leads. I don't know what to do. So can you please suggest me what is the best digital marketing method I should follow? That becomes the entire keyword now. So you can see this is like the entire keyword. So maybe that particular prompt or the suggestion they are looking for, that is searched by that person for the very first time. So there is no history, no search volume before that. So the another problem, which is fine, zero click searches, right, which is good, but the problem is if people keep using zero click searches more like this prompt, traditional rather than traditional keyword, the volume of the search volume of the traditional keyword is like historical data we get from Google. So whenever I'm saying SEO company in San Diego has 500 search volume per month, that's the historical data built based on several years. That's going to be declined. So we will not see like 500,000 search volume keywords anymore. It's keep declining. So if the search volume decline means that demand will decline. People will not use the traditional search volume anymore. So now in organic SEO, search keyword research is everything. This is the foundation. So we send our client like this is the keyword we are suggesting. This is the total amount of volume, and we are expecting if we are able to hit 1 to 3 position, we can get like maybe X amount of traffic based on the volume. We can't do that anymore, because I don't know what people will search. There is no way you can figure it out. So branded versus non-branded. So almost half of the Google searches are branded now. And why that matter? In entire AI theory, ChatGPT, Perplexity, then Microsoft Copilot, and then Google AI Overview, and then upcoming Google AI Mode, they maintain one simple theory: brand value equal to trust. If you are brand, that means your content is trusted. No matter if someone has 1,000 times better content in the web, they will prefer the brand, top brand right now. So if you like, we got a lot of clients. So like even Brandon sent me a lot of requests. They just started a website recently. There is no way, like previously, I can tell you, okay, within 6 months we can get some traction. It will take 6 months to build some traction in organic. There is no way we can say that anymore, because it might take a year or 1.5 years to build or establish a brand new website as a brand into that particular industry. Then you might get some results in AI. So what this means for us: traffic may decline, not may, it's definitely declining. Top funnel at the risk, because Google is capturing all those top funnel traffic moving forward from like not capturing means they are holding to their ecosystem, and the game has changed. So this is also, I'm thinking in a positive way, this is also a new opportunities for us. Like SEO is more than ever required now, because you definitely need to have a website. You need to make sure technically it's sound, it's loading faster. Schema markup becomes the most important key factor right now, so that Google can scan the website properly. So you need the website, you need SEO, still need SEO. You need to publish lot of content. You need to make sure like you are doing lots of PR, backlinking, and other those things. But the problem is we can't show the KPI like before to our clients. But also the good thing is Google is not alone in the market. There is a ChatGPT now, TikTok now, then other Perplexity, Copilot from Microsoft Copilot, they are into the market right now. So there is more door open for us, so that if we are able to bring our clients and rank on those platforms, that means we can get more visibility moving forward. So here, this one. So the KPIs I was talking about. So the organic click, impression positions, they are not going to be anymore like top KPI anymore for organic SEO. So they already, search engine land released 12 top listed KPI for generative AI search era. So which are I listed down here. So AI mood model crawl success rate. So how often AI bots are calling our website? That is number one KPI model right now. KPI for now. Semantic density score, factor index presence rate, embedding relevancy score, chat retrieval frequency, retrieval. So these are very technical terms. Even some of them I have no idea. I'm still researching, because it's more about close to LLM, how large language model works. So these are going to become the new KPI, which I understand, but the problem is our client will not understand, because most of our client is not even right now educated in SEO. But it's easy for them to understand ranking, clicks, impression is easy. But how I'm going to explain that, like chat retrieval frequency? How I'm going to explain to them like what is RRF rank contributions? This is like way too much for now, like for our clients. Next problem is document ranking, passage ranking, and passage generation becomes the key point. So what does it mean? In what is SEO, when I'm searching for any particular keyword, it's just an example I'm showing here, is the entire page Google was showing before. So the entire landing page was ranking. So I have to click and go to that landing page. It's not going to be the case anymore. So it's become the passage ranking moving forward. So let me go back to that video. Let me show you how passage ranking works. So when you are searching, that passage becomes the ranking factor. So they are actually collecting different passages for different websites, and which one they like it, they will rank that particular passage only and internally link to our client side. So entire page will never rank. For one prompt, there might be 10 different passages will rank from different consumers or different websites. So you can see, so see, this is linked to another website, this is linked to another website. So entire page is not going to be ranked anymore. It's become a passage ranking. So if a particular passage from the entire article able to answer the query, Google will take that passage, summarize it, and show it in the rank. So the problem is with passage ranking, the traditional content we were following is going to be changed. Like we can't follow the traditional content structure anymore. This is one of the best content structure for AI mode I found, so I am showing it to you all. So it has to be lot of like bullet point highlights. So the purpose of to create a content, allow AI bot to summarize your content. So previously we were like paragraph by paragraph we were writing. It's really hard for AI bot to scan and create a summarization. So when I'm doing this, so they can also you need to use a lot of bold text, so they can only summarize and capture that particular point. So the using more bullet points or numbering format will work over here. Also another thing is like you need to use table of content, we need to use lot of like comparison form. The more visual the better, like we need to define the graph like the step by step, this is the steps we are talking about. So see, this is, and also lot of statistics is required. So if you put a lot of statistics, there is a case study HubSpot published. More statistics means AI will, there is a probability AI will scan your content better than anyone else. So we need to now dig down more, research onto that particular industry, find the statistics and cite over here. What Google is doing, Matt Diggity released a video today as well from a case study. Whenever you are researching, please cite the reference as well. The more citation you will use as an external link, that is also help Google AI to find your website and then crawl it. So you can see the structure, bullet points, lot of infographic, bullet points. It's all about and so many internal linking. So this is now look like the new blog content. So the previously we might need 1 hour, 2 hours to write one content, even using AI. Even if we want to use AI, we need to feed the information, we need to feed the statistics. And before that, we need to do our research, like what is the statistic I should feed over here? What kind of infographic I need to create? It will take a lot of time moving forward. So our strategy and action plan. So I already built a checklist. Like I'm reading lots of threads and comment like what people are doing. So what we need to change from our side. So this is the e-commerce checklist. This is the local SEO checklist. I'll share this link with all of you so we can see what we are going to do. So the core top key funnel is like technical SEO. It's remain the same as it is. Content, we need to do lot of content. So now for our standard package, we supposed to do three content. Let me share another. Sorry, I should have it open over here. Deep search from. Let me show you very quick. So the content strategy should look like this now. So previously we were covering example just is laser harmful for skin. But now you have to think what people might think or might search, like any kind of questionable queries, you have to cover it on the website. So now if you are writing three content for our standard SEO package, maybe we need to do 9, 10, 12, 15, I don't know how many I have to spread out. So it should be look like this. And see, this all topics are coming from only one particular keyword, laser skin treatment. So if we want to cover one particular service, that we might need to cover all those key top like articles in the blog. So if a client have 10 service pages, that means we might need to build like 60, 70, 80 blog posts regarding this. No idea how many it will be. So technical SEO, more content. And then another thing I want to mention over here. So they released few guidelines recently. So SEO is not going to be search engine optimization anymore. They are saying search everywhere optimization. So as I said in the beginning, Google AI mode is considering brands. So how they will define your website as a brand. So I was giving this example to you yesterday. So if someone come to us and tell like, can you please purchase our site or purchase our service or product? What we do before? First, we check if it's an authentic product or authentic service or not. We go to Google, right? We search for that. Personally, what I do, I check if the website is legit or not, if they have a decent amount of content, if the site is updated or not, which we can do it for our client. Next thing is I check what is the social presence, if they are available in all the social platforms. This is going to be number one, like not number one after a website and technical. Number two key signal for AI mode. If you have a great visibility in social media platform, Faith must be super happy now. You have a lot of opportunity to get an AI ranking over moving forward. So we need to make sure the client is available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. You just name all those platforms, Pinterest. You have to be over there. is if you're just thinking about updating the content on the website, it's not going to be work anymore. Second thing they said, video marketing. So even Neil Patel, everyone released some update recently, and everyone's saying video is going to be like third number ranking signal in SEO, AI mode, SEO, search engine optimization. So here, voice search, ASO, social SEO, and traditional SEO. And, somewhere else, they mentioned also the video one. So imagine you have a website, you have a social presence, but you also have a video presence. Like you publish a video, you create a video and you publish in Vimeo, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever the possible. What you will consider when someone search for your brand, they can find your website, they can find your social presence, they can also see you are also exist on all those video platforms. Then it definitely makes sense that you're authentic, you are really a brand into the market. So this is how Google will take this all key signals. And last but not the least, I believe we all know that they have a partnership agreement with Reddit last year, Google. So they are showing separate Reddit results in all the search pages. So the another key signals going to be the number of time your brand mentioned is Reddit. That is going to be another signal for Google. So that previous Reddit marketing, so I don't know Agam used to do it or not. So in 2014 or 15, what I used to do, I had like 4, 10 or 15 different Reddit account. So I use VPN. So like I went to account A, search for like I'm looking for a SEO service in nearby San Diego. Can you please recommend a company to me? And then I changed my VPN, logging to account B, and like I take service from Rank Harvest. You can check it out. And then I switched to another account and like maybe suggested someone else and now competitors, it looks authentic. And then so logging back to account, fourth account, and suggest like, oh, I heard about Rank Harvest and they are good, you can try it out. So this is what we used to do in 2014, like kind of spammy, shady, but it was working before. I think that is what is coming back. So we need to start doing this Reddit marketing for all of our clients. So this is it. This is coming. This is what is changing. It's a lot of change. But the reason about to have this meeting is specifically to discuss like how we are going to incorporate all those changes to our current clients, because the budget is going to be a big problem. The budget we are getting right now is actually still too low to cover the traditional work. Now, the client who is getting 3 contents might need 10 contents or 15 contents. How we are going to deal with this one? How we are going to build those videos for our client? Another problem is so I had meeting with all of our clients last week. I actually present the same thing, and I had another meeting right after this one with another of our client, Imaging. So I'm going to present this one to them. I'm trying to educate to them is because Agam, I think you need to do it as well, because as I said, compassion practice already started complaining why our traffic is declining. So this is why I started educating them. The problem is when we are measuring KPI, like guess the AI mode is not activated for all those industries yet. So when I'm comparing like June versus April, the it looks negative positive, that's fine. But if it's activated on July, and when I'm going to compare July versus June traffic is negative, it doesn't mean our SEO is wrong. It's just the AI overview is killing our traffic. But at that point, if I tell the client it's because of AI, client will think like I'm just giving a lame excuse to cover my wrongdoing or something. So this is why I take this initiative. I schedule a call with all our clients. I explain like this is coming. So the moving forward, the KPI will be negative. And another ideal situation is we should not compare month on month or year on year data anymore. It should be a new KPI cycle we need to start. So if it's activated on July mode, from July, you need to compare August versus July. What is the matrix? Is it positive or negative? If you compare August versus previous year August AI mode was not there. So it's not an ideal situation to compare the KPI. So yeah, the purpose was to have like what we are supposed to do in terms of our current client, how we're going to incorporate with this new task. And another problem, as I was able to mention, so during this client meeting, I was asking our client that we need your help now to create these videos and all those things. And one of our clients is asking like, can you help us to create this video? Because I don't know what to do. I have no time to do what to do. The problem is if we don't provide this service to our client, they might try to find another provider, and their provider might also provide like all those services. So they will like, it's better to have go to that particular provider who is offering everything rather than having 2 service providers. So we might lose the client. So it's better to take action. and start providing everything from our side. So client don't need to think about like looking for another provider for a particular services.
Jalal, just to interject, we have recently onboarded a video editor actually on the Fiverr end that we can begin using for agency clients as well. So any requests that come up or anything like that, feel free to shoot them my way because we need to get work anyways. So
Yes, but again, this is what like for 1,500, like a standard package client, how many videos we should do? What is the cost over here? How many times he
yeah,
is looking like
The
needs to build a video?
video editor is going to edit that, but where is the video?
Where is the
Important is
video?
the raw video that we need to work on.
mm,
Editor is
gotcha.
their job is to edit, but first of all, we need to have the raw video. From where that raw video will come?
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
we had a discussion recently, like all of our client was asking the same question. So I did some research. So video means it doesn't require you need to have a professional setup, having a model in front of the camera. So like guess for our therapy client, I suggest him like you are offering therapy services. So you can just create an animated educational video like what should we do? Like 10 things you need to check before you go for a therapist. Just quick
Any medical,
animation video.
correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Any medical industry related thing, it should be animated because that Google also prioritize and as it doesn't violate face and their
Mm.
policy as well. So animation
Yeah.
always works in medical industry.
Yes, even for some services like plumbing. So it's not possible to go to people's house and record what is the issue. It's better to have an animated issue like if the sink is broken, then you need to hire someone and then so it's possible we can do it through AI as well, but the thing is again the cost and all those things we need to consider. So
We
yeah,
have tool. I think animation tool now AI provide that. It's just that writing a script and voiceover is important.
even they are
Okay.
providing voiceover. VO3 is Google is way too advanced. Like you can't even
Yeah.
understand is
So
a
I was
AI
just
or
trying to learn with this animation part recently. Means last week I was just trying to put
Mhm.
into my script and voiceover type means because now a lot of advanced feature has been implemented that I'm just trying to learn
Yeah,
how to use that these tools because a lot of tools in the market is now available.
yeah. So this is it. I'm done with my big lesson. Sorry about that. But I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
Uh,
Agam, you are not saying anything.
uh, like I did like first of all like it was a very great presentation. Thanks for like putting that and arranging the meet.
I did it 8 times last week. I'm going to do again today. So it becomes like I was memorizing everything.
Now next time you just go to sleep and you will remember all the presentation for your
Kind
next.
of no. Kind of no. Yeah.
So from my end, like I was doing some testing for the AI mode and for the AI overview. So, like what I noticed, like personally, first of all, like the core things are still same, like having a great quality to content, the technical fixes on the better optimized website. These things are still same. Over that, like what are things that are onto the priority now? First, the schemas. So initially, like we can just provide the basic local schema or having other schema, but now the voice search, like now speakable schema is there.
Mhm.
Okay, and the entities file for LLM, like there's a separate llm.txt file is
Dot
there,
txt file. Yeah.
and for
Yeah.
also like the specific JSON file have to be
Again,
embedded.
podcast, so many tools are there now for the podcast, which is converting text into a podcast. That also
Google
should.
Notebook can do this. You just drop the URL and
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
it
There
is
are so many.
amazing. It is amazing.
Uh,
Google Notebook is amazing.
uh, all our emails we have free of cost. We don't have to purchase anything. Our rank harvest email have all the features, Gemini, Notebook, LM, and everything free of cost you can use.
Yeah. So Agam, you were saying something. Yeah, sorry.
I forgot like where I was. Yeah, I was putting
Schema.
LLM file. LLM file was there, LLM.txt file was there, so that we can have to embed that. Then the JSON code for each entities, let's say for how to, and because the LLM works according to the entities, and now we can't be more generic. We have
Mhm.
to like kind of niche specific. For example, like to prove that point, I have a video. Let me share that one. If you see like this. video was I shared it on the chat. Like Jalal, if you can play it on your
Oh yeah,
screen.
sure.
So it was posted by Nathan Gotch yesterday. He was testing out the AI mode with the Google search result. So like, but I also got the same result. It's not like now initially you can play it. Yeah.
Where is the sound? Sound.
The sound might be coming on into your headset. So what he was trying to explain, rankings, the website that are coming onto the SERP are
Yeah,
not seen as coming onto the AI mode. So it's not
yeah.
like uh, we don't have to be a big brand. Let's say he was doing the searches and the nerd wallet is coming, or the FOB article we generally see the coming for the queries. But now the AI mode is more emphasizing on the locally and the legend one. So for this one, the AI result coming specifically according to his location. What are the some staycation things I can do this summer? So it was around his location, like what are the best things around nearby his area, not like the general US websites. So that's the part, like the geotagging and how relevant, how niche.
Hmm.
Instead of focusing on the very top funnel article, the one thing now we should have to be take care, like creating the content around the problems, around the situations. Let's say if we are having a, if we're just servicing the plumber SEO services. So what plumbers are facing the issues, what they are, what we can solve. So that we have to niche down every single thing, like the Jalal showed the topical map. So we
Hmm.
have to figure it out, like what are the n number of things like plumber facing in terms of leads, in terms of organic growth, in terms of paid growth, and how we can put that content into the website. We don't need to be a brand to be aware to be come up onto the AI. Still, like we'll receive the less clicks, but the visibility would be more. So now, like it's not like also it's about how the visibility, how we are coming up onto the AI mode or the AI overview. But still, like we are getting the links from that text if the
Yeah,
text is coming from our website. So yeah, so like, if we are getting the visibility, if we are emphasizing us to more coming on the A mode, till we can have we can generate the leads. And now like instead of focusing on the topical top of the funnel articles, we have to focus on like majority on the service pages, because AI overview also was coming showing the results mostly on the informational terms, not onto the service related keywords. Let's say if I am searching something onto the Google, let's say nearby plumbing SEO services or nearby doctor SEO services. So still like Google is showing the local pack schema, but
hmm,
ChatGPT is showing the local result coming from the Bing because they are
yeah,
partnered with each other. So we
yeah,
have to focus on the Bing as well, how we are performing, how the
yeah,
performance of our website on the Bing as well. So it's like now everywhere, like the GEO. We have to be on the organic, we have to be on the Google, we have to be on the Bing as well.
yeah,
And I'm also building a chat GPT rank calculator specifically, like where we can just put the queries from the API. It will, from the Google Sheet itself, it will bring out the result. And from that, we can see whether on those queries our brand is ranking on or not. So that's I'm into the process. Yeah.
yeah. I already shared a list with our clients, so they are already verifying their business into being local business profile. I already completed, verified all those being webmaster for all of our clients. Also, now I send them a list today to verify their business on Apple.com. Then Yelp, if you don't have it on Yelp, you have to be on Yelp. So all those top directors, I already sent it to them, so they're working on it.
And yes, like the KPI would be differ like in future from now.
Yeah, so the thing is, we know what to do. The problem is we have a resource problem. We have a budget problem over here because client needs to understand like the volume of work right now. And I actually don't know how to convey this message to them. But the problem is it's a restriction for us as well because we need to, instead of 3 content, we might need to 9, 10 contents now.
Well, we're going to raise prices because of this.
Yes.
There are plenty of customers at any price that we want to charge. If we raise our prices, we're always going to have people complaining about pricing, whether they're spending $10,000 a month or $1,500 a month. They're always going to complain that it's too much.
Yeah.
So that part I'm not really worried about. When we do raise our prices, yes, we will probably get less customers because now we are cutting off the small businesses that could only afford $1,500 a month. But I would rather have less customers paying more than more customers at the lower price point. Customers that can afford the higher budget, they're usually easier to work with. So we're going to raise prices. I don't know by how much. I think certainly $500. So the $1,500 package will go to $2,000 and so on. We might even raise prices more than that. We are also going to have to change the pricing page on our website. We need to be able to communicate to people that we are now doing a new type of SEO, because what's going to happen is over the next year, certainly starting in around 6 months from now, customers are going to start to understand that SEO needs to be done differently. And we need to already be positioned for that. I see this as a big opportunity. This isn't bad news for us in any way. The reason I say that is that the way that we do our SEO and the way this team is configured, it's very easy for us to make changes quickly. Most SEO agencies are sort of locked into the way they do things. They do everything the same way for every customer. I call it assembly line SEO. I know that might not make sense to everybody here, but it just means that nothing is custom. They have very templated SEO, and it's very hard to move away from templated SEO into this new type of SEO that we're not even sure exactly how it's going to work. So we already do custom SEO for every customer. So for us to make these changes is not very difficult. We need more budget, and we just need to make sure that we know what tactics and strategies are going to work. So already we're going to be ahead of our competitors, and I need to start talking about that on sales calls. The website needs to have text that talks about that. The pricing charts on our SEO pages need to completely change. We also need to tell customers, though, that we will continue to do traditional SEO while that is still working, but we're also doing this new type of SEO. So there's a period of time where we're going to be sort of doing both. Agam said something that I agree with, which is in some ways, this new type of SEO, in some ways, is not different than traditional SEO, which is branding is important, trust is important, authority is important. All the same things that are important to traditional SEO, Google is going to be looking for with new SEO. If you want to get your link included into Google's new AI results, it's branding, it's trust, it's are people asking questions about you on Reddit, like all these things. So we already know that. We already know it's difficult to do, but we already know those strategies. I took some notes while Jalal was talking, and some additional things came to mind. Like when you were showing that if you are shopping for clothes in Google's AI and you can upload a photo of yourself and scroll through different shirts or something like that, there's probably going to be all kinds of new schema and JSON for things like, if you are a clothing brand and you want people to be able to swipe through your shirts or whatever, Google may want you to have included in your schema, like all of your products with like the background removed or something, so it can be swiped through easily. Or maybe, if you're selling purses, that in your schema there's a link to a 3D graphic of all your purses, so that can be included. In the future, it's probably going to go beyond just swiping through static photos of shirts. Very quickly, it's probably going to be an AI video of you like walking down the street, and you can swipe through different purses, different shirts, different hats. So maybe Google is going to want you to be able to provide like 3D graphics of all your products, so they can be uploaded into a video so consumers can see what it looks like. Even like cars, like if you're shopping for cars, maybe Google will want you to provide them a 3D model of all your cars so that consumers can upload a photo of themselves driving this car, and they could see what they look like going down the car in a video. I don't know. Also, when I was seeing some of these examples you were showing, Jalal, that Google Ads is going to be all throughout all of that stuff. There's going to be all kinds of opportunities to click an ad, or all kinds of ways where Google is going to allow people to pay to have their product shown, ranked higher, whatever. I also think that as Google starts to prioritize AI search results, there'll be some small percentage of people who don't want to do that. And that might drive some search visitors to other search engines like DuckDuckGo and some of these others that don't have very much use, but maybe people like my mom, who doesn't want anything to do with AI, and she does a Google search, and she's not going to want to do that. She's going to go find a different search engine that just does things the old-fashioned traditional way. So I don't know if that means that if that changes anything we're doing. Also, we touched on video creation being more of being included in every SEO package.
Yeah.
And Brandon recently hired a video editor. Faith already knows video editing and can be helpful there. So I think we're positioned well for the video part of this.
Also, we need to start thinking about how we can integrate social media for our SEO package, because if we just think like if client thinks SEO as a marketing channel only, that's a kind of dead end. Also, some of our clients have a brand new website, brand new Facebook. No matter how much post feed will go do over there, it will not get any impression unless you run some ads over there. So they have to consider those type of things. Like PPC is the easiest way to build impression, so that people will like you can get some visibility and then organic will start working.
Yeah.
So I don't know how, but we need to convey this message to our client. If you need to perform in SEO, it's not
Yeah,
SEO, it has to be digital.
just a small part of budget as a kind of boosting over there in social media.
Yes.
The best engagement is to do the boost.
Yeah.
Anyone can means hardly it takes 10 means $100 in a month to boost where they can see the people can do chit chat engagement where to make things that looks like okay they have some presence over the internet.
Yeah.
Well, I think that we need to plan for in a year from now, we only sell bundle packages. Because I
we
don't,
sorry to cut you off. I'm saying bundle, it has to be SEO search everywhere optimizations. We will do everything to optimize everywhere.
yeah, I think to be able to show real improvements and real results to
Yeah.
customers, everything we do has to be like not just SEO, but you're saying now social media and Google Ads. I think they all have to be tied. You have to be doing all of them. And to do all of that and to have the budget we need to do all of that.
No, this is going to be a very different way because understand that if someone is doing everything means they need to keep every month of more than $10,000 as a budget because they need to put one part also they need to put for ad spend also. So it's like only big companies can think of spending 10,000 every month. And the also the second thing is you cannot expect the return on investment the next month
No.
after spending 10,000. So this I don't think this bundle is going to be the best option when it comes to combining it all together. We can keep, but we should also keep a liberty with the customer that what exactly because some customer come that okay tomorrow they just want to increase their ROI. Then in that case they cannot go with the SEO or any other package. They have to go with the paid service to check back that okay I am going to get ROI in next 10 days. Otherwise they will once they start losing the money they will start losing the trust on us. So this also needs to be kept in mind while framing the any bundle that there will is going to be means very high end customers and average also because digital is all about startups. No Coca-Cola is coming to do digital marketing or outsource digital marketing. Only the startups and average companies only are going to do digital marketing because
I
big
think,
companies they have their in-house team.
yeah, I think what Ashish is saying makes a lot of sense. Like, we may want to have multiple options for buyers. Like, hey, listen, if you just want to do old SEO and you don't want to include any of that other stuff, fine. But I think a huge part of this transition is really just going to be educating our clients as to what they can expect from our various offerings. I think like we need to find some way to consolidate this presentation that Jalal kind of created and make it into a very easy to consume bite-sized thing that we can provide to customers, especially newer customers, and let them know, listen, if you are looking for a long-term SEO that's going to work and be effective in today's SEO age, you are going to need to purchase this bigger package that also includes videos, that also includes social media, XYZ, because if you're not hitting all of those marks, you are not going to capitalize on the current state of SEO. But if you're a local business and you don't necessarily have those funds, we can still start with this. But again, I think this is really just going to be about educating clients and letting them know what the landscape looks like, and then letting them decide what kind of budget do you want to put forward. Because, we can go cheap, but you cannot expect the same results that you were getting 5 years ago with this new current SEO landscape. So a huge part of this, I think, is purely just going to be finding ways to quickly and efficiently communicate this to our clients, just so expectations are set up right off the bat.
Yeah.
Also, I have read. No, go ahead, Ashish. I'll say after that. It's fine.
Okay, thank you. Also, the most important thing here is, Mike, you need to come into a podcast with the Jalal to discuss about the new changes, because Jalal is
With
only
me,
discussing with you.
I barely speak English.
No, it is not about English. It is just about discussion. Because the slides you showed, it's only about, because we are currently discussing with our existing customers, okay? But when we have to put in mass that what difference, why we are doing all these things, it is between among us. But how customer is going to understand that what difference, where is the transition? How they will know that where is the transition? What we were doing it earlier and what we are doing it now. The transition we should be able to show to the customers that this is the transition, and they are based on the facts. They are nothing just a theoretical discussion or random. Like Jalal shared, all these are based on the facts, which will be in front of the system, which will be recorded, and that three things will be there. One is the old way of doing it, transition, and the new way of doing it. These three things should be recorded, and from first till end, we should be continuously discussing about the difference, which is going to happen in next 6 to a year. Means almost by the end of June, it is going to roll out. July mid, we will have that effect. One means 45 days, Google is definitely going to have that impact. And then again, this impact is again with little bit of hiccups. We are again going to see in the month of December, January, and half of February.
Yeah, Ashish, that's one of my favorite things that I've heard in this Zoom. That is, you're absolutely right. Jalal and I need to get on podcasts starting now. And
I take Agam, sir. Agam is much like, I barely speak English properly.
maybe
Agam knows all those types as well, so he is the best one to.
जलाल, अब मैं हिंदी बोल देता समझना तो पड़ेगा भाई. It's really important because because we need to explain the transition in a very easy manner, because the important thing is not client should, the way if we start doing, oh, something has happened, the client will get scared. Oh, is it something has happened, or there is anything wherein means they are misleading us? Okay, because two things client is going to means discuss among themselves. Something have happened where industry is making some transition, or they are misleading us just for taking more,
Some money.
more.
Yeah, they're just trying to get more money from us. Yeah.
there's going back to the podcasts. There's two reasons why I love the idea of, maybe even kind of three, why I love the idea of getting Jalal on podcasts is, for one thing, we will get some direct leads from that. Some people will see the video and reach out directly. But another important one is that talking about this on podcasts is exactly the strategy that Jalal was talking about in what needs to change about doing SEO. If Google if we are on podcasts talking about what is changing with SEO, and and business owners and consumers are going to start asking that question in Google, and Google is going to be going out and finding out who the experts are. Being on podcasts is a great way to position ourselves as an expert. So it's sort of an indirect way of getting us to appear in AI search results.
Yeah, it is a direct way only because see audio now means Google has started introducing Alexa and Siri and Google Home with all three. They have started means ranking based on the voices. So soon you can means that's why if you see on your Android phone everywhere you will see the voice command is available.
Yeah.
So they already have started gathering the data from long means 10, 15 years. Now it's time for Google to start implementing
Yeah,
because Google implement after they have the data. They already are capturing data from the way the Android has been introduced in the market.
yeah, yeah.
Google thinks 2 years ahead of us.
It's
So
interesting.
Of course.
they know what they have to do now. It's just that the interaction they have to do now.
It's interesting that you say that because I remember when Siri first came out years ago, and it was terrible. Like all you could ask it was, what's the weather going to be today where I live? And it would give you an answer. It couldn't really do much. People were excited when it first launched, but very quickly people realized it can't really help with much. It's just kind of a neat toy. But I realized like they launched it because it's going to be collecting data and listening to conversations and understanding interactions for a future day and time when it really launches. And now it has 10 years of data. And I think that's exactly what you're describing, Ashish.
Well,
It,
I'll show you the latest update of Meta. I have that. I just when I was in Dubai, I just purchased. Let me show you the ribbon. Figure it out. Let me see if I have that. Yes, I have. Here I got. The beauty of this is now, like Mark is telling, Mark Zuckerberg, that the end of smartphones. Here is the end of smartphone.
Glasses,
You can
yeah.
do everything with this glass. Everything with
Absolutely.
this. Hey Meta, can you record this? So see the difference, you will start seeing it. Here it
It's
is
blinking.
everything.
Yes,
Yeah,
it will
it's
blink.
blinking. Yeah, here is also camera. Here also is camera, and here is everything you need is there. It's just that now the time has been means you can do everything means it's completely AI and you don't have to use your phone also.
I have to
Everything.
be careful when I'm talking with you moving forward. I don't know when you will
I
wrap it.
don't use. The worst part is that I used only 30 minutes and there was a pain in my ear. So after that, I just kept it here just for the, because I'm just using it for technology. What exactly this is all about? Understanding the technology behind creating this glass. Instead, I use a traditional one, very traditional. Not, it doesn't happen anything. And this cover also has a lot of means. If you see the charging difference here, you will see that there is a big charging difference. It's orange color now. When it is charged, it is going to get green, and it starts showing different features on that. And then the button here is at the back end. So this is how the technology is changing. So we have to be on top of each and every one.
okay. Well, I have to get off this call. Um, Before I go, while I have everyone on here, um, all right, I have to go. If you guys need to keep talking, that's fine, but thanks, guys.
Bye. Bye,
All right,
everyone.
bye.